Hey guys, Handsome Dave here. So, taking a step back from doing movie reviews, one thing that's really important to me in my life is comic books. I've loved comic books since I was 4 years old. If you've seen me in person, you know that I have a lot of comic book style tattoos. And when I was little, I used to love Marvel comics. Wolverine was my absolute favorite, still is my favorite. But then as I got older, I kind of branched away from Marvel. I still read a little bit of Marvel now and then, but I've definitely leaned more towards DC in the past couple years. And one of the there's a couple storylines right now that they've released with the new Rebirth series. When I first heard about this, I was kind of on the fence about it. I wasn't too sold on it, but I started picking up a couple of issues, and it's actually really good. So today I'm going to give you the top 5 picks I have for the DC Rebirth series. Now, going into this, just letting you know that these are just what I'm enjoying reading. I'm not saying that these are the best storylines of Rebirth. This is just what's got me interested. These are the storylines that I'm picking up now on a monthly basis or a weekly basis when they come out. And it's what's keeping me interested in DC Comics since the New 52 ended. And a lot of these are actually continuations of the New 52. So without further ado, here is my top 5 DC Comic Rebirth titles. Coming in at number 5, I have the Justice League. Now, I'm just letting you know that if the Justice League is number 5, you know I got some pretty awesome titles coming in.
Justice League, written by Brian Hitch and art by Daniel Henricks, features an all-star lineup featuring Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, and new to the Rebirth storyline, both Green Lanterns, Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz.
So what I like most about Justice League Rebirth here is it isn't your typical Justice League graphic novel, or sorry, comic book, I should say. It's not a graphic novel yet. You have your basic start, introduction to all the characters, but unlike the New 52, where they were kind of all just meeting each other for the first time, they've already worked together. What the Rebirth storyline is now they're realizing that the New 52 is essentially missing time. There's 10 years there where they're just like, what happened? They're remembering what happened in the years prior to the New 52, and now they're all just like, what caused that? So they're kind of all coming to terms with everything. What I like a lot about this is, I'm a huge Hal Jordan Green Lantern fan, but if you notice, there's actually 2 Green Lanterns here. Instead of just having one, they have both. Now, I know John Stewart and Hal Jordan were both Green Lantern, and they were interchangeable from time to time, but Hal Jordan was primarily the Green Lantern. This is a solid story where it's basically the Justice League trying to accept these two now, with a new force coming to Earth, to pillage it. So, highly recommend this. This is my top 5 pick. Coming in at number 4, I have Batman Beyond. Now, normally, as you all know, I am a massive Batman fan. I love Batman. But the actual main Batman storyline, All-Star Batman, and just even the normal Batman story, it's not doing it for me this time. I'm not into it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I can say about it. I'm not a fan. However, me watching Batman Beyond as a kid has got me really excited about this issue right here.
Batman Beyond, written by Dan Jurgens and art by Ryan Sook, showcases Terry McGinnis as Batman as he takes on the deadly futuristic Joker gang.
Yeah, we have Terry McGinnis in the Batman suit again, and this is about the reemergence of Joker. Again, not spoiling anything. The Joker gang is still at large. I get the feeling where they're going with this storyline is they are going to introduce more of the Batman Beyond villains, which I'm really excited about. Now, granted, I get it, Batman and Joker kind of go together like tea and crumpets, or that was a really bad example, lamb and tuna fish, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? You can't have one without the other. And this Batman story is definitely fantastic, and I feel like it will lead up to some major villains, which I'm very excited for. My third spot is occupied by this bad boy right here. This is Red Hood and the Outlaws. Now, if any of you have read Red Hood before, you know what you're getting into, but I highly recommend this.
Red Hood and the Outlaws, written by Scott Lobdell and art by Dexter Soy, features Jason Todd, aka Red Hood, former Robin to Batman, Artemis, who is of Amazon descent, and Bizarro, an imperfect clone of Superman.
Starting this off, Jason Todd is back in the Red Hood helmet. He is actually working with Batman as opposed to against him, trying to clean up the streets of Gotham City, working against the Black Mask. Sorry, I almost said Black Skull there for a second. Too much Captain America, I guess. But no, this one, if you follow the New 52 storyline with you have Arsenal, you have Starfire, and you had Red Hood. This is kicking off a brand new Outlaws series. So you have Artemis and you have Bizarro as his outlaws in this. And I gotta tell you, this is some of the most best comedic performances in a comic book right now that I absolutely love. Every month, the cover is a new joke. They've spoofed Dark Knight already. They've done Batman vs Superman, and it's been hilarious because it's got a lot of action in this, as well as it has a lot of comedy. Again, Jason Todd was more of the rebellious Robin, and he still keeps that up now that he's the Red Hood. He's still got that personality, and then I guess Artemis is more like your Thor style character, where she's very godlike. She's a demigod, and she doesn't understand humor. And then Bizarro is just a big lovable idiot, but kind of psychotic at the same time. But this is definitely occupying my top 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we have Suicide Squad. Now, of course, what started this whole review channel was a Suicide Squad trailer, so you had to expect that Suicide Squad was going to be on there at one point or another.
Suicide Squad, written by Rob Williams and art by the great Jim Lee, features Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Enchantress, Killer Croc, and Katana.
One of the biggest things I love about this series already is Jim Lee does the artwork. I have a soft spot in my heart for Jim Lee and his artwork. It is incredible. So picking this up already, I knew I was going to be a treat. And the best part is they have reintroduced. Unfortunately, the New 52 didn't have Rick Flag. They've reintroduced Rick Flag in this. Obviously, you still have your all-star cast. You have Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Katana, Killer Croc, Enchantress, Boomerang, all of those. But then you're introducing some new characters as well, but I can't get into those ones just yet because some of them are a little bit of a spoiler, and again, these are spoiler-free reviews. But artwork aside, the story is actually really well written, and at the end of each graphic novel, or sorry, I keep saying graphic novel, comic book, you're actually getting a little bit of a backstory of the villains and just their history. Not even before they got to the prison and what made them bad, but like as their upbringing. So it's kind of like you're getting a full story plus a year zero of each of the members of Suicide Squad, which I'm really enjoying right now. Occupying the number 1 spot right now is The Flash. And I know everyone's going crazy over The Flash right now. I honestly was not a big Flash fan until Blackest Night, when I got introduced to The Flash for the very first time. And then from there on, it was just been a whirlwind. Like, I mean, the Flash TV show has definitely added to it. I'm definitely picking up more and more of the Flash because of it. But this series right here is absolutely incredible.
Flash, written by Joshua Williamson and art by Carmine DiGiandomanco, features Barry Allen as the Flash, a new dastardly villain called Godspeed, as well as both Kid Flashes, original Wally West and New 52 Wally West. Flash.
Getting back to why I said this series is incredible, though, you have Barry Allen obviously as the Flash. It introduces something that he could never predict. There's a Speed Force storm that causes all these people around Central City to become essentially the Flash. They all get super speed and everything, and one of them being Barry's partner. And it's an amazing storyline because he basically is starting to train this army of Flashes, and it's really cool because they also give all these people names and faces, so you actually start getting attached to them because some of them don't really accept their powers. They're scared of it. They don't understand it, and Barry's there to try and help them understand, and it's really good. They're also introducing one of my favorite brand new villains of this series, and his name's Godspeed. I know it was a little weird at first. When I first heard his name, I'm just like, okay, I don't really get it. I like his suit. It's all white and gold, but Godspeed is really unique. He's a villain that actually rips the Speed Force out of characters. So if anyone, for instance, the 80 people that have been touched by the Superstorm have powers, he basically rips the Speed Force out of them, killing them. So yes, unfortunately, he is a murderer, but this is an amazing villain for Barry Allen because he can do one thing Barry could never do. I'm not going to say what it is because, again, it is a huge spoiler and it's amazing, especially when they finally, after I think 2 issues ago, they revealed who Godspeed was. I mean, if you're reading along, you can understand where this is going, but at the same time, when the reveal happens, it just got so unbelievably amazing. Like it's like the storyline could not be better. And for someone who is going to start has started reading Flash from issue 1 on, this has been one of the best stories of the Rebirth storyline that I could possibly pick up. Every week I'm excited to pick up a new issue for this. There you have it, guys. That's my top 5 of the DC Rebirth series. Maybe down the road I will do one for the New 52 because the New 52 is definitely really good, and especially what it did. I might make this comic book review thing as well a regular thing because I had a lot of fun doing it. But other than that, guys, have a handsome day.